Hey guys, welcome back to Java Video Tutorials. This is going to be a quick and easy lesson. I thought it would be nice to have a short lesson on input, specifically keyboard input, so we might be able to make our applications a little bit more dynamic, especially for these tutorials. And we're going to be doing this using the scanner class. There's a couple of different ways to do it. The scanner came along in Java version 1.5.0, and basically it just made all input much easier to deal with. So you don't have to know anything about input stream readers and buffered readers and file streams and all this nonsense. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the API and show you the scanner class real fast. So let's put this in your window. There we go. Just like that. Alright, so let's go, let's just do java.sun.com and go to I haven't done this in a while. Alright, Java SE. This is downloads. Where is the document? Here's the documentation. APIs. We'll just grab the 6.0. I'm going to do a Control F and search for scanner. Next, here's the scanner class. And it's got some information about it. Let's go down and look at the methods. These are what the things we'll be using. There's a lot of methods here, but you'll notice a lot of them are just overloads of the same thing. So you'll see like we have next byte, next double, next float, next int, you know. So let's go ahead and make a scanner and do the simplest possible case. So let's just create a simple class here. So public class scanner demo, and we're going to do public static void main string args. Yes. And since the scanner is in the scanner is in the java.util package, so we're going to have to import it. Import java.util.scanner, and now we can use it. So let's look at the let's go ahead and look at the constructors for scanner. And this is all kind of object-oriented stuff we haven't looked at in depth yet. But if we want to create a scanner, we have to give it any of these parameters here. And the one we're interested in is input stream source. And basically that's how we're going to give it the command line input. If you remember, we have system.out.println, and then we can say something, and then it will print out that string. Basically, out is a property in the system class. It's a static property, and it's basically just the output stream. So we also have, and it's the output stream for the console. We also have system.in, which happens to be an input stream. So what we can do is we can pass that into a scanner class. So we have scanner s equals new scanner, and we give it system.in. Great. Now we can get we can use the scanner class, which is bound to the input stream from the console, and so we can basically get input from the user. So let's go ahead and show you that. Let's say we want to say, like, you know, system.out.println what is your name? And then we can say string name equals S, which is pointing to our scanner here. We say next line. Let's go back to the API and look up next line. Next line advances the scanner past the current line and returns the input that was skipped. So it returns a string, which is good because we want to save name as a string. And now let's just go ahead and print that out. So I'm going to replace this with name. And let's make like a welcome message. Say welcome name. So I'm going to save and compile this. I can't type. What else did I do? I did the same thing because I copied. Alright. So let's just run Java scanner demo. And then there you'll see it says what is your name, and then it gives me this little prompt here, and I can put in my name, and there it just says welcome Trevor. Let's try to do this in the command prompt. I think Java's in my path, so let me go to F and then Java scanner demo. No, let me add this to my path real fast. Okay, I just realized you might want to know how to add something to the path yourself. So if we want to run Java from a command line, it's pretty easy to do. You just have to let Windows or whatever operating system you're using know that when you put in an executable name like Java, it knows where to look for that. So let's open up our, this is for Windows obviously, I don't know how to do it in Linux or Mac because I'm not a Linux or Mac user, but if you hit the Windows key and the pause break button at the same time, it will bring up this screen. And I'm running Windows 7, yours might be a bit different. We want advanced system settings. I'm pretty sure this is in Vista. If you are running XP, I think it'll bring up a window that simply looks like this. And so you want to go over to advanced and then click environment variables. And then we want to go to path here, click edit, and I'm going to put a semicolon on the end, and I need to put the path to Java. So let's open up Explorer, and I'll bring this over here. If we go to program files and we look up Java, and I've got JDK 1.6.0, and in the binaries, this is our magic directory. So click up there, copy that path, you can close this, and then just append that onto the end there. And now you will have access to those executables, so you can compile and run from the command line. Okay, so let's just close out of this, and now, if you already have a command window open, you're going to have to refresh it so your path will be refreshed. So now let's go back to F, and then lesson 14, and now we should be able to say Java scanner demo. See, in there it'll just run right in the command prompt. So it says what is your name, and it doesn't give me this Dr. Java. The interactions pane gives me this fancy box, but this is how it should look. It's how it's supposed to look. And my name is Trevor, and it just says welcome Trevor. So easy as that. If you want to compile something from the command line, I don't know why you would, but I think it's Java C, and then you give it the Java file, and there it just compiles it. It turns it into a class file, puts it right there in the same directory, and then you can just say Java and then whatever. I spelled my name wrong. Anyway, that's kind of an interesting tidbit if you wanted to know that. Also, if Dr. Java is executing things slowly, like especially string output, the command window is like 10 times faster. Usually not a problem, but if you, for some reason, yeah. Okay, let's continue on. So that was string input. You got that. It was really stupid easy. Let's do some file input. So let's create a new file. So I'm going to open up Notepad, and I'm just going to create a file. And let's go ahead and save this, and I'll save this in the same, oops, wrong one, yar, that one, and then 14. Okay, so let's just call this hello.txt, and it can be any file extension. It's completely arbitrary and irrelevant because Java doesn't care about the extension, just what's inside the file and what it's called. The extension is just part of the file name. So I'm going to call it hello.txt and close out of that. And now let's change this scanner. So right now it's taking system.in as the input stream. Let's go to the API once more, and let's look at some more constructors. It can take a file source, it can take input stream, anything, even a string, which is, I don't know the point of that. Let's look at this file though. Okay, file is in the java.io package, so we'll have to import that. And you look at constructor summary, and we've got string path name, so that seems easy enough. We can just create a file, give it a path name, send it into the scanner, and we'll roll from there. So let's say new scanner, and then let's actually go up here and say import java.io.file. Make sure that's capitalized, and then get rid of this guy. Say new file, and then it's going to be hello.txt, and we can get rid of this line, and let's just let's call that line, and I'll just go ahead and print that out. Okay, so let's compile that. What did I do? Oh, right, this is okay. I'm not going to touch on this much right now. Basically, when you're doing input and output, that is Java wants you to be safe in that when you're doing input and output, many things can happen. Like, say you're trying to access a file and somebody suddenly deletes the file and the file's not there anymore. You have to have a way to handle that. One thing you can do is you say, yeah, I know, that's great, I don't really care. And you can add this on the end of your method. Throws IO exception. And unfortunately, this is going to be inside that package as well, so I have to do that. Now, this is basically saying if there's an exception for input and output, then, you know, that's just too bad, throw it anyway. I know and I understand the risks. Another thing you can do is you can put it in a try-catch block to handle the exception. We haven't covered that yet, I don't think. Pretty sure we haven't covered that. It's been a while. So for now, just leave it like that, and now we should be able to compile. Go over here, Java Scanner Demo, and it read that file. Hello, my name is Trevor. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Can't think of any. Oh, let's do this. This is kind of important. Let's open up that file again. Notepad, file open. Alright, now let's put this a bunch of times, and I just saved it, and now let's rerun this. It prints out the same thing. Why is that, even though I have a bunch of lines? Because I've got this next line thing, and so that reads one line until it gets to the new line character, which is like that, right? So if I were to put this, let's make these a bit different. So I'll put 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, save that. If I were to put this again, say line 2, next line, and then let's put this again, say line 2, compile that, and you see it printed out the first 2 lines. Let's say we wanted to get all the lines. We could just use a loop. So let's use a while loop, while s dot. Now we need to find out how, like we want to run this while there are more lines to be thrown out. So let's look at the API here and go back to my scanner class, and you see this has next method. It's a boolean, returns true if the scanner has more tokens, more things to scan. So we say while we has next, then we can say system.out.println s.next line, and then that should print the entire file. Very good. There's nothing else to cover with scanner. That was pretty much it, and hope to get back into some object-oriented stuff in the future. Maybe re-record a lesson or two. We're probably going to write a game once we understand all of it, like Connect 4 or something easy like that. So that's all for now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you.